Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm really excited for. This is going to be what I would buy if I could spend $1,000 at Sephora. So what I have in my cart, my virtual cart at Sephora. So I'm really excited to do this. Also, if you're curious, my previous video from this week has me filming this look. I used my new Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. So if you're excited to see this look in action, make sure you check out that video. But other than that, we will get started. I've got my Diet Coke and I am ready to talk about my $1,000 Sephora fantasy cart. So let's get it going. Okay, I just moved to the side a little bit so I can insert some photos here of the things that are in my Sephora fantasy cart. So I was able to put 18 things in my cart. Some of these are like pretty expensive, which I feel like is part of the kind of deal with this. Some other things are things that I'm curious about that like I would like to buy, but I'm like, do I really need it? Like, is it 100% necessary? So that's kind of where I am with my Sephora cart. The total for this comes out to $991 even. That's pre-tax, so it's probably a little bit more with tax, more than $1,000 with tax. So let's start. So the first item that I have on here is the Tatcha Rice Polish Foaming Enzyme Powder. I'm super curious about this. It's $65 though, and it's like an exfoliator. I don't use a lot of physical exfoliants. I prefer the chemical exfoliation. So I'm just curious about this one just because I've heard some good things about it. And I just think that it looks like kind of fun and different, and like Tatcha has really beautiful products. So, and it's got some good reviews, like almost 4.5 stars. So I would want to try this, but again, at $65, that's a lot for an exfoliant. The next thing I have in my cart is the Dior Air Flash Spray Foundation. Now I've seen a lot of people use this and a lot of people love it. I mean, this has really good reviews on Sephora. Again, over 4 stars and like 3,800 reviews. So a lot of people have used this product. It's $62, which like, that's high for a foundation, especially one that's like literally in an aerosol can. I'm like, I feel like you don't get that much product in there, but I'm so interested to know like what this is like to use, and it always looks so pretty on everybody's faces, and I'm like, I don't need you, but I want you. That's how I feel about it. The next 2 items I have on here are bronzers. The first one is the Fenty Beauty cream bronzer in Butter Biscuit. Now, the reason I haven't purchased this yet is not due to the price, because it's $32, which I feel like based on the size of it is fair, and like I feel like it would take a long time for you to get through this because you probably only need like a little bit when it comes to cream bronzer. But I, for some reason, just cannot pull the trigger. I feel like I wouldn't use a cream bronzer as much as I use powder bronzer. But I mean, again, I wouldn't know until I tried. So like should I buy it? I wanted to buy it for so long, ever since everybody had like good reviews with it. And I'm just like, I kind of want it. The other bronzer that I have on here is the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer in Tantastic. If you are like an OG YouTube person, like every single person talked about this bronzer. And it looks beautiful, but I just cannot bring myself to spend $49 on a bronzer when I literally use the Physicians Formula one so often, and that is from the drugstore. I cannot justify spending $50 on a bronzer. Like, I love that one from the drugstore. I love the Samantha March collab with Ofra, also a beautiful bronzer. So I'm like, I think I'm good for now. The next product that is in my bag is the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution lipstick in the shade Pillow Talk. Again, this is like another FOMO thing. I've never tried anything from Charlotte Tilbury just because her stuff is so expensive. Like, her eyeshadow quads are like $50. I'm like, 4 eyeshadows for $50 when I can get my e.l.f. one for $3. And I love those. So I'm just like, I can't justify spending that kind of money on makeup. This lipstick is $34. So in the grand scheme of life, it's like not that much, but like $34 for a lipstick, that actually, like, when I, again, can get stuff at the drugstore that I like, it's just really hard for me to justify $34 for a lipstick. Now, the next thing that I have on my list is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. This is like the little like trio situation. Now, this is something that I feel like I would pull the trigger on. The reason I haven't at this, and this is $64, again, it has good reviews, and like when I was like starting to watch YouTube and I watched Jaclyn Hill, like she loved this. And I think probably still does. But she did come out with like a similar kind of thing that's like a loose powder. That's kind of like this ambient lighting powder. And like, I really like the Jaclyn Hill one. So I'm like, I feel like I don't need to spend $64 on this. The only way I would is if like I started doing like bridal makeup more frequently for people, or even for my own wedding. Like that might be something that I would pick up. But just like right now, I don't really have the need for it. And at $64, I'm like, I feel like I have all of the highlighting, like finishing powder type products that I really need right now. So that's why that one's a pass for me. Then this is the big one that I feel like I want to put on like a birthday list or something, because I feel like I've wanted this since I saw Tati use it, and it's the Natasha Denona Gold eyeshadow palette. I feel like a lot of people talk about this and a lot of people really like it, and I think I have a little bit of FOMO when it comes to Natasha Denona eyeshadows. I have the Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush palette, but literally the only reason I bought that was because it was, seriously, it was half off. So I got 6 like products like this big for $40, and I was like, that's like kind of a steal when it comes to Natasha Denona, so I like snatched that up. When it comes to this eyeshadow though, $129. 15 shades, $129. That's a lot. So I think that would be something that I would like to like throw on a birthday list, but I don't think I will ever purchase that for myself. I just don't think I'll ever be able to pull the trigger. I can't do it. Okay, the next thing that is on my list is the Drunk Elephant TLC Framboos Glycolic Resurfacing Night Serum. I've seen like a lot of people, I feel like, use this, but it is $90. Like, it is so hard for me to justify $90 on something that I don't even know if it's gonna work for me. You know what I mean? Like, I have a couple of products from The Ordinary that I really like, and like those are under $10 each, and I'm like, I really like those right now, so I don't feel a burning passion to purchase this serum for $90, but I'm really curious about Drunk Elephant products. Their stuff looks really good, and like I want to try it maybe someday. The other Drunk Elephant product that I have in my basket is the TLC Sakari Baby Facial 25% AHA and 2% BHA mask. This is something that I think someday I will probably get. I've heard really good things about it. Again, it's $80 for this like little teeny tiny thing, and I just like, again, it's really hard for me to justify that. A couple more skincare items. I have the Tatcha Indigo Cream Soothing Skin Protectant. Now, I have pretty sensitive skin, and like my face gets red really easily. So this is something that I feel like maybe one day I would purchase. Again, $85 for a cream is absolutely insane to me. But again, I've heard great things about it. Like Nicole Concilio has mentioned it before about how it's good for like if you have a reaction or something like that. And I think it would be something nice to have around like for those kinds of situations, but again, it's not something that I really need right now. Another skincare product that I have on here is the Peter Thomas Roth Cucumber Gel Mask. This is something that probably I will purchase at some point, probably not right now, but I really like my Peter Thomas Roth Pumpkin Enzyme Mask. That is that's a chemical exfoliant mask, which I really enjoy, and it smells like pumpkin pie. So I really enjoy that one, and I think Peter Thomas Roth has really good skincare, so like masks in particular. So I do want to pick this up at some point. I think I just need to like get through a few of the other masks that I have currently before I purchase a new one, but I think that will be like next on my list when it comes to face masks to try out. So the last skincare product that I have on here is the Ulla Henriksen Cold Plunge Pore Mask. This is again something that I saw Nicole Concilio use, and I've seen a few people use it, and they say that it feels really nice on the skin, and it really helps to like make your pores feel like clean and just like pretty. Again, I don't need any masks right now. It's not due to the price that I'm not purchasing it. It's just, I'm just like not in the market for a mask right now. So maybe someday I will purchase that. Maybe when I purchase the Peter Thomas Roth one, I'll purchase this one too. Just get a couple of masks in green containers and call it a day. So not right now, but maybe someday. The next product I have on here is the Bobbi Brown Crushed Oil Infused Gloss. So I saw Allie Glines talk about this, and I've seen a couple other people mention this as well as something that they really love. $27 for a gloss that's a lot to me when I can find like ColourPop glosses and stuff like that I really like. And the fact that I got all of these Fenty ones, these like little minis, I got a pack of 5 for $29. I'm like, I think I'm set with glosses for now. But eventually I definitely want to try those because I've heard such great things about them, and I've heard a lot of people mention them, especially the shade New Romantic. So I do want to pick that up at some point. Just maybe I need to get through a couple of the glosses that I've already purchased right now. The next thing that is on my list is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I don't know how I've never tried this. I've never really tried a lot of products from NARS, if any. I don't know why, but I really would like to try that one because I know that that's one that like a lot of people really enjoy, and it's like an Allure Beauty winner. $30, like that's about in par with what you pay for like Shape Tape. So I definitely want to try that at some point. I'm just kind of like seeing what I keep in my cart, what stays in my loves, and then I'll probably make an order like a little later down the road to test out some new stuff. But that's definitely on my list, along with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I have seen quite a few people use this as like a primer kind of situation, or like a under foundation sort of thing. I've seen Allie Glines do it, and I think that it makes your skin look so pretty underneath foundation. Like, I really want to buy it, but again, $44 basically for a primer. That's a lot. Okay, the next product I have is the Wander Beauty Mile High Club Mascara. I've heard Rach Loves talk about this mascara, and it's one of her favorites. I think Allie Glines has talked about it too, and I feel like my style of eyelashes that I like kind of is in line with what Allie and Rach Loves like when it comes to like a little bit more like clumpy kind of situation. Today I'm not super clumpy, but I know that that's what they like, kind of a clumpy but like cute kind of lash. So that's why I want to try this, because again, that's something that they have raved about. I have a few mascaras I need to get through because I don't like to have too many mascaras open at once because they do go bad quickly, they dry out and that kind of thing. So I don't want to waste it. So I do want to wait to buy it, but at $26 I feel like that's doable for sure. Then I just have 2 more products and then we'll be done. The first one is the Patrick Ta Monochrome Moment Velvet Blush. I just really want to try something from Patrick Ta's line. I also think that at some point I will be purchasing the like brow, what is that called? It's like a, I don't know, like gel pomade type stuff. I'm sure that I will purchase that. So maybe when I buy that, I'll buy this Patrick Ta blush. And the last item I have on the list is the Urban Decay Naked Honey Eyeshadow Palette. Now, again, this is not one that is deterring me because of the price. It's more so that like I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes right now, and I'm like happy where I am with eyeshadow palettes. I'm just like, is this something that I like absolutely need? No. Do I wear colors like that super often? Yeah, kinda, but like I do like to mix it up, and I just feel like I wouldn't be giving that palette enough justice because I'd be using other palettes instead of that, if that makes sense. Like, I wouldn't be giving that palette its moment that I feel like it probably deserves. So maybe as I like start decluttering a few palettes, I'll pick that one up, but that's why it's in my fantasy basket. If I had, you know, $1,000 given to me by Sephora, I would purchase that. So that concludes this video. That's all of my products that I would purchase if I had $1,000 to spend at Sephora. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below like what products you would have in your Sephora bag if you had $1,000 to spend. Like, what's something you might splurge on? If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed to my channel if you're not already. Other than that, before you go, if you want to hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I post a video. And other than that, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!